Hello, welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I'm always wishing you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. Now, today's guardian angel is Guardian Angel Haiaiel. This guardian angel naturally governs those born on or between the dates of March 11th through the 15th. So, naturally, this guardian angel is connected to the zodiac sign Pisces, but you do not have to be born on or between those dates to connect with this guardian angel. If you're looking for, more lucid dreams or to increase your discernment, you would call on this guardian angel. You desire great energy, you call on this angel. Um, if you're looking for more the ability to be more receptive to divine work, divine messages, you call upon this guardian angel. This is what this guardian angel is here to do. You understand? Now, there are 9 angelic chords. This one is connected to the angelic chord of angels. They are protectors of humanity, all humankind, the evolution of mankind and protecting mankind from harm. That is what this guardian angel does. This guardian angel is under the leadership of Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is the leader of all the guardian angels, okay? There's rules and regulations. All right. Everybody got their part. Everybody got a captain. And this Hey Yo-Yo's captain is Gabriel. All right. Now, if you want to know more about this guardian angel, utilize the resources at your fingertips, type their name in, and websites will just flow to you. You'll see a bunch of them just listed on Google or whatever you use, DuckGo, whatever you use. But the one that I tend to use is astrofame.com. All right. It's a great resource. It offers a lot of detail, a prayer, times when you connect with the guardian angel, incense, gemstones, the actual planets that's connected to them. I got a question about what they say about this one because because they put the moon, but understand that Pisces and Cancer just across the board, astrology, zodiac, why I say astrology, the planets, astronomy, I think that's what I meant. But just across the board, there's always a flip flop between the two. You'll notice it even in your phone. When you type in Pisces, you're going to get that in the line for the symbol versus the two fishes that's looping around each other. So I always found that interesting that these two are so interchangeable. They're both water signs, but in one sense, the Cancer is connected to the moon. That's the Cancer's planet, but Pisces is connected to Neptune, and they don't mention Neptune. They mention Moon and Mercury. It could be a situation like Scorpio and Mars, but just do your own research. Another disclaimer I want to put, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to be lengthy, although this has become lengthy. You always get what you ask for, but you do not get what you ask for when you expect it. So be careful of what you ask for. Okay. A lot of people commercialize angels, and I am here to tell you this ain't no he said, she said. Call me whatever you want. I have had guardian angels with me ever since I was a little girl, and it's not always glitz and glamour. You understand me? If you are working with deities and spirits, when you're consorting with them or you work with them, you can request that they look a certain way for you, they speak to you in a certain way. You can put guidelines on how they touch you and stuff like that. With a guardian angel, you can't do that. You understand? You are connected to who you're connected to. But when you seek others, when they come to you, they don't come to you when you ask. It don't work like that. You can't light some candles, set up a circle, recite your incantations. It don't work like that. I just want to let people know that. That's another thing that kind of stopped me from sharing it, because I think some people like, oh, that's nice. Let me da 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 da, and then voodoo bam bam happens. So I just want to put that on there. Guardian angels don't work like that. They are under the order of our creator. Always remember that. And people can say what they want, have their bias, their own opinions. That's their life, that's their opinion. Your job is to make sure you keep your veil up. You trust in yourself. You understand? And you follow your own truth. Do not allow other people's opinions to penetrate your mind, your own beliefs, because they have you thinking that guardian angels are just so beautiful, so loving, so kind. And guardian angels come with that heat. They don't play no games. Like I said, they have a job and they fulfill their duties. If you inquire to them, they don't just come because you be like, oh, I pray to you every day, or I can offer you a pound cake or something. Like, it don't work like that with guardian angels. They are guardian angels. They know if you're moving with good intent or not. You understand? Things do change. If you go on the I don't hit 6 minutes, but if you go on the Bible, remember Jacob, Esau brother, Jacob wrestled a guardian angel. He wouldn't let that guardian angel leave until he blessed him. I think he wasn't messing with the right one, but that's neither here nor there. The thing of it is, like, you got to be one hell of a person, because he the only one I read up in the Bible that did that. He the only one. And like I said, I've been dealing with since I was a kid. You think they just gonna come to you like a little fairy in your hand? They come in. They come to you in different forms. But let me tell you something. It's terrifying when you see one. It comes to you like a big ass giant, and it's immovable, and you feel paralyzed. And you'll see someone standing in front of you, and you see it. You see it in front of you, and then ain't nobody talking, but you hear somebody talking, but ain't no lips moving like that. Those, it kind of hits you different. you know you can be waking up out of a dream. In that dream state, you ever woken up and you got one over you? Like, I'm being serious. Be careful what you ask for. I probably just got a little too personal on that, but I just feel the need to say that because a lot of people, let me tell you something, even in these, all right, because I watched this YouTube video, and this YouTube video said, I like how he said it, how he was like, and when you're doing your tarot cards and seeing the future, those are fallen angels that are whispering in your ear. He might have some truth in that to some degree, but it ain't always like that. You understand what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. None of these, just like in the Bible, nobody claims to be family of the Pharisees. And even in these cards, they're not saying what guardian angels fail. Do you see what I'm saying? Hopefully you see what I'm saying. I'm gonna get off here now. This is like the third time I record a video, and I wanted to keep it under like 3 minutes, and I still made it lengthy. So whatever, it's meant to be lengthy. But the thing of it is, be careful. I'm being so serious with you. Be careful. I'm well versed because I've been given the opportunity. Well, I didn't have a choice in my whole life. You try to ignore something, it ain't gonna work like that. But it don't work like that when you have different part. You playing a different part, and in this life. Look, I can't even get it out, so I'm not meant to be saying it. But let me tell you this: like I said, be careful what you ask for, because you do get it, but you don't get it in the time frame that you want. You know how you be playing? You be like, oh, I want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery. Maybe that luck is not coming in that fashion, but it still has that same impact on you. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, that's all I'm saying. Because I've been looking for like some cards that say, I've been looking for a book too. So if you know a book, you give it to me. Let me know. Like, not give me the book, but tell me the title, because I've been looking for one to tell me who the fallen angels is. Because I'll never forget that I had an angel that came to me, and I was stuck. And this happened to me in the school bathroom, middle school, stuck. And what it showed me, seriously, what it showed me, it all came into fruition, and like, boom, boom, boom. Like, I got something that was happening right then and there. So I knew this was real. What is to come was coming. And it did happen. And I couldn't move. And I remember my friend was in the other bathroom. And to me, it seemed like it was like forever. But to her, it wasn't. And when I finally came to, she was looking at me. And she was like, "Are you okay?" Because I was coming out of the stall when it happened, and I froze. I will never forget that, never. But be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna stay sharing the videos, and I won't make it lengthy no more. But this has been heavy on my chest that I hadn't shared it, because I'm like, and I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, "You know what? Nah, they don't know. Some people don't know that, but they'll figure it out. You can tell them and help them and tell them." And she's right. So I did. I just did. But please, just know what you're doing, because if you won and you're trying to do something else, know that there are two sides to everything. Angels come with that action. All right, because I just went back and forth with a Christian about demons and angels, and we was going back and forth because she was like, no, demons are separate, and I'm like, no, they all the same. And I had to take her to Sodom and Gomorrah, and she was like, yeah, that's evil angels. I said, yeah, God sent evil angels, and I had to talk about, I had to put her on how I understood that Lucifer. I love that. I just found this YouTube. It just came on my other channel where they was talking about Lucifer being the bringer of truth, the bringer of light. I could never really articulate it. I always just went back to like The Devil's Advocate, my favorite movie in the world. And I was like, the devil don't work like that, you know. And then she was saying, are you a devil worshiper and stuff? I'm like, I ain't no devil worshiper. All I'm saying is there's truth, and then there's illusion. That's it. Y'all be hating on the devil, but the devil just be putting y'all up on game. You get mad because you play into his hand. So, that's his job. His goal is to tell, hey, dad, they ain't right. They are undeserving. That is what he do. A lot of people like, oh, he's jealous that you have a human form. No, he ain't jealous. He just think you're a waste. Like, be real about it. A lot of people don't want to be real. A lot of people don't like to hear that. But like I said, they be like, oh, fallen. Yeah, they fallen because they agree with him. So they mission that is the temptation in this world. But a lot of people get upset when you tell them they still angels. They was originally angels. Oh no, they're not. And then they be like, when everything bad happened to them, they blame it on the devil. And it's like, you gotta take accountability for what you did, because there's free will, baby, and that was your choice. So what? Somebody set it up for you. You fell into it because you had that little voice that was telling you otherwise, and then you still went with it. So yeah, how you doing? Anyways, I don't know how I just got on that, but I'm gonna jump into these monthlies. So hopefully I see you in the monthlies that I have going on for August. I'm about to do them right now. It's 5:15 on my time. I bet so, because I've been busy all day. But just know that, be mindful and be careful. They're always around you and they're there to help you. Like my guardian angel, I can connect with my guardian angel. They got special days too. But I had to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning for my guardian angel. But let me tell you something. When you start the research on these guardian angels, one thing is true and one thing is for certain. Your guardian angel has woken you up on certain times to put you on game. And you ain't know it at that time. But your guardian angel was there. And if you are obedient, you get up and you recite your prayers and you meditate, then they worked in your favor. But they was putting you up, they was putting you on something. I'll never forget that. Now been too too lip lippy. That's what I mean, like chat, chat, chat. All right. I hope you got something from this video. Please take the time, research this guardian angel. This guardian angel didn't come out for no reason. Also, know that no matter what hand you are dealt in this life, you play that hand to the best of your abilities, because at the end of the day, you got this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.